good team. I'm not sure that they're a great team when we think about Portugal. And of course, expectations are raised when you do have one of the best players to ever play the game in Cristiano Ronaldo. But not just that. This is a team that won the Euros in 2016 under their current coach, Fernando Santos. So that ultimately raised the expectations that we have for Portugal. The heart of that team was how good they were defensively. I don't necessarily see that from this group, even by the fact that Danilo is out with an injury. 39-year-old Pepe is starting at the back up against Darwin Núñez, one of the best attacking talents in Europe right now on the other side for Uruguay. So I'm interested to see tonight. I expect this game to be physical. I expect a tactical battle. I expect it to be very tight. How do Portugal handle that? Can they do the defensive side as well as the attacking part, which we saw the other night against Ghana?
For more on the Uruguay part of the story, down to the field we go, and Jeff Shreves. Jeff.
John, it's a big call, isn't it, from Diego Alonso to leave out Uruguay's all-time leading goal scorer, Luis Suarez. But we understand the reason behind that, or part of it, is a tactical switch to 3-5-2, which sees Cavani and Núñez up top. Maybe also it was easy as well. Suarez had such a poor game against South Korea. 0 shots, 0 assists, and also just 2 touches in the opposite penalty area. He really did start to look his age. But having said that, Cavani, he's 35 as well, and this is his 4th World Cup. I just bumped into another legendary Uruguayan forward in Diego Forlan. And he said, of course, Alonso trusts the experience of these senior players. It's so important. The likes of Celeste, Bentancur, Valverde support them. He also said, after that Ghana result today, Uruguay have to play on the front foot tonight and get something from this match. Back to the studio, Rob.
Jeff, thank you. Uruguay, like Portugal, trying to pull off that tricky process of blending promising young talent with the old guard. The fact that 35-year-old Luis Suarez does not get the nod tonight tells you what, Clint?
Tells us that they want to go with Cavani because they think that he's going to get the job done. He's going to be more dangerous. Obviously, you look at the way he played against Portugal in the last World Cup. Maybe they think that gives him the advantage. But I'm sure Suarez is going to be frustrated. I remember what it's like to be dropped towards the end of your career and be on the bench and come on and as a sub. He'll be looking to make a point to prove when he comes on that pitch. And at the same time, talking about Portugal, they're a team that can create goals, but they look shaky in the back, especially in the Ghana game. So that's something that they're going to need to tighten up, Portugal, if they're going to try to win tonight.
And on the flip side, you've got Ronaldo starting, 37 years old. You know, love him or hate him, he is a winner. He's got the mentality of a champion. He's still out there, free agent, to prove that he is still the best player in the world. And I expect nothing less from him tonight. He's going to try to bag a few goals in the back of the net and lead his team.
Lex, if you're making a movie poster promoting this showdown, what's on the poster?
Look, I think that the Ronaldo versus Cavani type of storyline is very interesting because, you know, it's the remember Face Off with Nick Cage and John Travolta? Something like that if they made it and then Nick Cage said, you know, and he just took off, you know, had a problem, didn't get paid enough money or his, you know, went walkabout or something like that. So they had to replace him with someone. That's the Cavani coming in. But it's this type of, these guys have been around. They've done it before. They are incredible legends of the game and they're trying to do it one more time. And there is the battle within the battle. So it's the face-off, my friend.
I like that.
Face-off.
There we go. That.
Face-off. Good work. Way to get Nicolas Cage into the show. I didn't think you could do it, but you always surprise me. Tomorrow,
there we go.
The U.S. men's national team takes center stage. Their Group B fate, it will be determined against Iran. A report from the American camp. And we'll preview that match coming your way now. Oh, we got some American fans right behind us. Make some noise, guys. Come on.
Superheroes in the house.
USA! 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 USA!
2022 FIFA World Cup today on Fox is presented by Google Pixel.
Hey.
Qué partidazo we're watching.
Saturday, Blake Corum leads third-ranked Michigan into the Big Ten championship game as they look to punch their ticket to the playoffs against Purdue. The Big Ten championship, Saturday at 7:30 Eastern on Fox. see what they saw. I want to see what changed them. Okay, here we go.
Why do the insurance companies hate us?
Because we fight the big guys 24/7.
We never stop. We win a lot. And you pay nothing unless we win. It's a no-fee policy.
Touted as one of the best solutions to climate change, electric vehicles still have an impact on the environment.
You have to mine a lot more metals to make an electric vehicle than you do a conventional vehicle, by about 1,000%.
On your wallet.
EVs are typically more expensive.
And on your safety.
They get hot when they're stored, not just when they're charging, just when they're sitting there. They combust.
What you need to know before you hit the road. On the 700 Club, Wednesday at 10 a.m.
Hey, Flamingo Insurance, what do you want?
Yeah, can we get the auto insurance policy? Hello? Hello?
You don't have to sacrifice service to save with NJM.
Hey, Jamie. I noticed you came in late today.
Yeah, I was in a car accident.
Oh, man.
Yeah, I was in an Uber and I don't know what to do.
Call Attorney Big Al.
Attorney Big Al? That's 1-800-HURT-123.
Attorney Big Al only does car accidents, so they know how to deal with Uber and Lyft.
Well, all right. I'm going to call Attorney Big Al as soon as I finish this sandwich.
Where's my lunch?
Gotta go call Big Al. Were you in an accident? Call Attorney Big Al at 1-800-HURT-123.
Definitely see a lot of loud doors. You know, old systems that really don't work very smoothly. You hear precision. We have everything.
Welcome in, everybody. We're just getting rolling. This should be a good game. One of the best players in the world playing. What a good game the first one was. I was really surprised. Back and forth action all the way to the end. And Brazil going on. So you got Brazil and France as, 1/8 of the teams in. Portugal, I believe, can go in with this one. They get a win here. So we'll see how this one goes. Share it out. Let people know. All that kind of good stuff. Jump up and down. Turn around. Pick a bale of cotton. Whatever it takes to get it out there. Let's do it. And we're coming back in here to watch more of the pregame. We got about half an hour still till the game. Half an hour till we go. I got to go share it out myself and try to do that. Hey, Jeannie. Welcome in. Try to have some fun here on this one. All right, here we go. Coming back in. Go watch those guys.
Group B fate will be decided against Iran. That one live here on Fox. The Americans must win to advance. And for the latest from the camp, here's Jenny Towns.
Throughout Greg Berhalter's journey with the U.S. national team, he has said plenty of times that one of his goals is to change the way the world views American soccer. Well, at today's Matchday -1 press conference, he was asked about that, if tomorrow facing elimination against Iran was one of those moments. And his response was, yeah, it is. But we also had a moment against England and another against Wales. And even though there's so much going on surrounding this match, we remain focused without any distractions. I also caught up with midfielder Yunus Musa today, and he told me simply, we can't have any regrets. And trust me, guys, I've spent so much time around this team, and especially today, what I kept hearing was, we are not ready to go home.
Good words to hear, Jenny. Medford, New Jersey's Brendan Aronson is expected to feature tomorrow. This World Cup, a showcase for his nonstop work rate and growth as a player. And as Tom Rinaldi tells us, much of his recent development has come courtesy of a club move that surrounded him with familiar faces.
To the smaller kid, to the kid who feels like I'm getting pushed around, what's your message to that kid about the journey you're having?
Be better than the person next to you, because someone's always working harder than you.
Growing up in New Jersey, soccer was the Aronson family game. And for brothers Brendan and Paxton, the basement was the proving ground.
The basement was not finished at all. It looked like a dungeon.
My dad used to call it the player's lab. And that's kind of where we learned how to get out of tight spaces.
I mean, a lot of hard work and really putting in the extra hours. We'd get yelled at all the time, tackling the crap out of each other.
It got insanely competitive, a little too competitive for my mom's likings.
Brendan's skill grew faster than his body. From youth teams to his academy play, he remained the smallest player in nearly every game.
I want to show you two pictures.
Yeah. This is a good picture to see how small I was compared to everybody else.
Peanut. He was a peanut.
I remember his jersey just flooded him. Like, it was way too big. My dad would always be like, get a smaller size, but like there were no smaller sizes.
It was tough because I felt like I had worked harder than everybody else growing up. But then when you lack power, when you lack physicality, it comes into play at youth ages.
How did that shape the player that you became?
When you're small like this, you have to think the game more. I'd look at film and then I'd go out the next day and I'd train when no one else was training.
I probably should have a PhD in child psychiatry, trying to relieve his disappointment. I'm not good enough. I'm too small. I'm never going to grow. These boys are so much better than me, and I just don't have it. You know, and I knew he did.
As Aronson did finally grow to 5'10", so did his opportunities. At 17, he turned down a scholarship at Indiana to sign with the Philadelphia Union. And immediately, he showed how outsized his talent would be.
It's gone to the back of the net on his debut. 18-year-old Brendan Aronson.
My mom made the most outrageous scream ever. It was ear-piercing.
I literally could not believe what I was watching.
The craziest goal of my life, the most memorable, and has really shaped my career, I think. That goal gave me confidence. It made me feel like I could belong.
3.5 years later, Aronson is playing on the world's greatest stage, the World Cup. From a basement in Jersey to playing for his country and all that means.
When your son is on that pitch, what will go through you?
I will probably have to hold back the tears. He's worked so hard to get to this point that it will be very, very emotional for me. I'm happy for him.
Best one.
All right, well, this is a far cry from the Aronson family basement, but it is a type of player lab, an ex-player lab. We welcome in our players, and we welcome in another legend, Landon Donovan. Thank you for joining us. We are, 24 hours away from a very big game, and the game that decides whether this U.S. team goes on against Iran. So the simple question is, it's all fine and well to scream and yell about wanting to get it done. How does this U.S. team get it done against Iran?
Yeah, how great was that, by the way?
Awesome.
So fun to watch. So the important thing, you heard Jenny just say it, no regrets, right? The team said, we don't want to have any regrets. And you have to go about it in a smart way, because the inclination is to be so excited early on. You want to go, go, go. And this is very similar, Clint, to a situation you and I were in 2010. 2 draws in the first 2 games, you got to win the third. You have to be smart in how you go about it. So you don't go too crazy. You push, you try to put them under pressure, try to get the goal. But you have to remember, there are 90+ minutes to get the goal you need. Take your time. You can't win the game in the first 10 minutes, 20 minutes, but you could lose it if you give up a goal or 2.
Yeah, but hopefully we're not going to wait till the last second like what we did to win the game. Hopefully they get it done a little bit sooner than that. We need goals in this team, and I think Brendan Aronson will bring that. He brings good energy, but at the same time, who do you take out now? I don't think you sit Weah, because I think he's been playing good. I think he got the goal in the first game. His confidence is going. Maybe it's a situation where you get your best 11 on the field. Maybe you move him to the number 9. It'll be interesting to see what they decide there, because they're talking like Brendan Aronson could start, and I agree with that.
And regardless of who's out there, whatever 11 is being put out there tomorrow night, I understand the Greg Berhalter wanting to change the perception of what United States soccer is looking like. They're playing good soccer. They're looking good. They're playing well. But at the end of the day, I'm kind of like, all right, it doesn't have to be pretty all the time. Just find a way to win. And that is what it's going to come down to this next game. Just anybody find a way to win. Somebody become the hero and get the job done.
Yeah. To your point, I mean, you got to get all your attacking players on the field, because Iran are going to be happy to sit in. Carlos Queiroz should be like, we'll sit here 30 yards from goal. So you got to put them under pressure, lots of chances.
Yeah, so just get it done. And look, our friends from the Great White North, Canada, came out, scored a goal right off the bat, and then let it go. So to your point, They have to be smart, this team, in the way that they go about it. But it is there. It is there for the taking. All right, back to Rob Stone. We're going to continue this conversation.
Rex, thank you. Cristiano Ronaldo now up to 8 career World Cup goals. That's one shy of Eusebio's Portuguese record. Coming up, we're going to hear from Ronaldo ahead of this showdown with Uruguay.
2022 FIFA World Cup Today on Fox is presented by Google Pixel.
Hello. I saw you move in and I wanted to welcome you to the neighbourhood with some homemade biscuits.
Oh, that's so nice.
And a little tip, Geico could help you save on homeowners insurance.
Oh.
Cookies? Biscuits.
Is there a little nutmeg in there?
Oh, it's my mum's secret recipe.
You can tell me.
It's a secret.
Is it cinnamon?
It's my mum's secret recipe.
Call Geico and see how easy saving on homeowners and condo insurance can be.
I'll come back for the plate.
Superstar Cristiano Ronaldo takes center stage as Portugal faces Uruguay. Next on Fox and the Fox Sports app. Tomorrow on Fox. It's winner go home for the Stars and Stripes as Christian Pulisic leads Team USA into a must-win showdown against Iran. Coverage begins tomorrow at 1 Eastern live on Fox and the Fox Sports app. And catch up on any match for free on Tubi.
Charles, look at all these wrecked cars. There's a whole lot of metal around here. There's a whole lot of accidents. I wonder how many of these people we help get the money they deserve. We've helped thousands of people with their car wreck cases. Injured in a car, truck, or motorcycle accident? Go big. Go Gilman and Bedigian.
Age comes with wisdom.
So good morning, everybody. Or good afternoon, actually, now. It feels like morning to me, but it is what it is. Welcome into Mike Wheeler and Jeannie. We're going to get this thing going here. We're hanging out for the pregame right now, waiting for it to start. Portugal, you got one of the best players in the world playing today, so that should be interesting to watch him play. Portugal wins, they advance. So that's kind of good in itself as well. Always like these type of games rather than this game doesn't matter, nobody wins type of game. You get more effort, intensity, and attention to detail out of these games. So appreciate you guys being here. We're about 21 minutes from drop of the ball. 21 minutes. And we'll get it going. Get it going and have a good time here. Portugal, probably going to pull this one out. But I'll tell you what, Uruguay the other day, I watched their first game. I mean, they didn't play bad, you know, but they are third in this division with 1 game played and 1 point because they played to a tie. So, we'll see. We will see. So, hang tight. We'll be back to go in just a couple minutes here. And take that down.
To schedule your appointment.
Call 1-800-BLUE-DOT and we'll come fix it on the spot.
Should be coming back in momentarily here.
Hey, Briggs, what are we doing? Aren't 2 points always better than 1?
Charles, we're Gilman and Bedigian. We go big. Let's go for 2.
Audible! Go big. Go Gilman and Bedigian. 1-800-LAW, 6-1?
6-2.
Anne Arundel County Schools does not have enough school buses for their neighborhood.
And for me, it's unacceptable what is might be here.
Fox 45 News, Project Baltimore.
Portugal's opening victory over Ghana. Yeah, Atletico Madrid playmaker in the 11 again tonight. Felix and company seeking 3 points at the expense of Uruguay kickoff coming up in 19 minutes. Portugal, they know a win tonight would mean punching their ticket to the next round. And while Uruguay should certainly provide tough opposition, some of the key figures in this Portuguese camp are convinced their team is ready for the challenge.
Run of the match, disguising the pass, and they're really exploding now.
Sabemos que é uma competição extremamente difícil, todos querem ganhar, mas só pode ganhar um de cada pessoa. Na minha opinião, Portugal tem grandes chances de chegar muito longe nesta competição.
And here is Ronaldo. He's done it.
Não sei, mas acho que grupo tão bom como Portugal tem agora, acho que nunca... Grupo de jogadores tão bom como tem agora, acho que nunca teve. Temos um grupo muito forte, jovem, misturado com experiência também, que é importante.
Portugal, and there it is, your Felix.
que consigamos ainda melhorar. E melhorar alguns aspectos, que, por exemplo, neste jogo, como eu disse, podíamos ter sido mais fluidos e tal, jogar com a mesma alegria, com o mesmo prazer e com o mesmo rigor. Isso é o que temos que fazer.
Oh, and Diego Costa, what was that? It was a huge blunder. Well, they get away with it.
Quando assim é, depois o grupo está mais forte, a equipa joga melhor e quando a equipa está melhor, depois as individualidades acabam por sobressair.
Uruguay have high hopes of reaching the knockout stages.
Eu acho que as duas equipas não vão abdicar de ser elas próprias. Nem o Uruguai tem a sua forma de jogar, uma forma muito vincada, que mesmo em relação à equipa de 2018, obviamente com os jogadores que alteraram, né? Pressão todos temos, todos os convocados têm pressão, porque querem dar o seu melhor, querem representar bem Portugal, mas veremos o que vai acontecer. O futebol é tudo muito imprevisível, tudo pode acontecer.
Ronaldo continuing to add to his legend here at this tournament. He's now the only player to score in 5 different men's World Cups. Lionel Messi, also on target here in Qatar, but the difference between the two, Messi failed to find the back of the net back in 2010. Tonight, Ronaldo looking to put on a show for these fans at Lusail Stadium. Coming up, our players to watch, and you bet Mr. Ronaldo is going to be one of them.
FIFA World Cup today on Fox is sponsored by Google Pixel.
Good morning, America! Rise and shine! All across the country, we're getting up early this year with one thing on our mind. Football! It's soccer. Don't matter if you're showing out before sunrise, whether you're repping La Cultura, in all the colors. If you missed your shot and your team is out for the count, 2026, we'll be back.
2026 estaremos de vuelta.
Por supuesto. Or need the world to know, this is our year. However you show your pride, just make sure you are seen. Because the beautiful game
belongs to all of us.
Get Google Pixel 7 Pro for free. Plus get Pixel Watch, Pixel Buds Pro, and more for free.
Viene! Now is the time to shop Walmart's deals for days. This Cyber Monday. Head online and don't miss out on this season's hottest deals at Walmart. Go!
Wow. I love it. You look amazing.
The world doesn't come together like this very often. But when it does, the results can be extraordinary. Qatar is committed to that idea and growing its potential as a partner, investor, and innovator with possibilities that are unlimited and rewards that are priceless. Let the world play and become part of our story.
I am Puss in Boots. The legend will never die. You are down to your last life. Oh no. The legend tells of a wishing star. That star will get me my life's path. The wishing star is in the dark forest. 1, 2, after you.
Wait, what?
Dog, still alive?
Let's go find out.
Puss in Boots. Only in theaters. Rated PG.
I do not know what my breaking point is. That's what I'm here to find out.
This is not an adventure race. You can't call your agent. No one's coming to save you.
This is a real experience.
Special Forces World's Toughest Test. January 4th on Fox.
Saturday, Blake Corum leads third-ranked Michigan into the Big Ten championship game as they look to punch their ticket to the playoffs against Purdue. The Big Ten championship. Saturday at 7:30 Eastern on Fox.
The 2022 FIFA World Cup pre-kick is presented by Coca-Cola.
Portugal and Uruguay set to square off from there, Lusail Stadium. That's where both nations would love to complete this tournament. That is the site for your December 18 final. Both these nations unbeaten over the course of their last 6 World Cup group stage games. Kickoff under 13 minutes away. Rob Stone, Carly Lloyd, Clint Dempsey, and Alexia Lawless back here with you for our Coca-Cola Players to Watch. Bruno Fernandes comes into this one on a roll. 3 goals and 3 assists over the course of his last 4 international appearances.
Yeah, I want to talk about Bruno Fernandes. He got 2 assists in the opening game. He looks really confident, and for them to unlock this Uruguayan defense, he's going to need to be sharp. Let's hope that the defense will hold strong like the hairspray in Carly's hair.
They've been making fun of my hair all day. Valverde, he debuted at his first World Cup the other night, played really well. He can score, creates great passing range as well. If he's going to want to help this team get out of the group, he has to be the leader. He has to make things happen and even get a goal as well.
Carly, your hair looks great and you look pretty in pink. This guy right here, he looks pretty in a lot of things too, and people care about him. They watch him, whether it's an interview where he blows up his situation at Manchester United, or when he's on the field for Portugal, which he is tonight, because he brings moments of magic. A lot of people like him, some people don't like him, but everybody wants to watch him.
This is a man without a club for the moment. That should change any day. 11.5 minutes away from kickoff. Ronaldo and Portugal is set to take on Uruguay. The Portuguese through to the next round with the win. Uruguay, they can't be locked into moving on. They can't be eliminated either.
Now what? You say it when things go wrong. At Prudential, we think you should say it when things go right, too. Like when you score your dream job, sell your business, or discover she's smart, really smart. Now what? Here's what. You connect with Prudential's rock-solid team serving over 50 million people with investment, insurance, and retirement know-how. Who's your rock? Visit Prudential.com or speak to an advisor today.
I get skeptical when things seem too good to be true. You could say I'm a realist. Hey, Rakuten. Now, how do they give shoppers cash back on top of deals at their favorite stores?
All that savings sounds like holiday magic.
No, just good sense. Fantastic. Wonderful, Charlie. Love the ribbons. Far be it from me to tell you what to believe in, but I believe in Rakuten.
This is the icon of vacations. Icon of the seas. Arriving 2024.
Ah, humbug. My signal is totally ghosting me.
You need a better network. 'Tis the season to switch to Verizon. They'll give you the new iPhone 14 Pro.
Amazing phone.
Plus, Verizon gives you another Apple gift too, like Apple Watch SE, iPad, Beats Fit Pro.
Oh, for me.
No, Scrooge.
This Cyber Monday, get our best deal of the year. Only Verizon gives you the new iPhone 14 Pro. Plus an Apple gift like Apple Watch SE, iPad, and Beats Fit Pro. All on us. That's a value of up to $1,900. Verizon.
We'll make a new bet around every 2 seconds. Not only on the game, but on the game of life. Betting that love is just a swipe away. Betting on picking up that curious hitchhiker carrying a bowling bag. And betting that he doesn't turn out to be a cornhole prodigy. Every moment in life is a bet. But life doesn't offer you $200 in free bets when you bet just 5. So bet on FanDuel, now live in Maryland, and make every moment more.
All eyes on Cristiano Ronaldo. Valverde in very sharp form. Portugal, and there is João Felix.
Make way for the
Ronaldo, he's done it. moment. And they're really exploding now.
Around 89,000 will be packed inside Lusail Stadium tonight for Portugal and Uruguay, the two-time World Cup winners. Uruguay trying to increase their hopes to move on to the knockout stage. The Portuguese, with a win, they would advance. Rob Parley, Clint, and Alexi back here with you. Teams in the tunnel right now, and Lex, the camera once again finds Mr. Ronaldo. Not everybody has to like Mr. Ronaldo, but boy, he gets a lot of eyeballs on him.
Yeah, I mean, that is the mark of a star to a certain extent. That as many people, let's be honest, there are people that are hate watching right now. They don't want to see him do well. They don't want to see teams that he plays on do well. But there's a whole lot of people that do, and they will support him to the end, with regardless of what happens on and off the field. But it's because of the magic moments that he provides.
And I'm sure Cristiano Ronaldo watched what Messi did against Mexico with that game-winning goal. Now he has two. He'll need to be doing something tonight to stay on pace.
That he does. Hey, Lila.
Ladies and gentlemen, please stand if you are able for the national anthem of Portugal. أصحاب السمو والمعالي يا السيدات والسادة يوجد في القدرة لحسب النشيد الوطني للبرتغال.
Jess, I got to step out for 1 second, so I'll leave it with you guys for a second.
Please remain standing for the national anthem of Uruguay. لحسب النشيد الوطني للأوروغواي.
Uruguay cannot advance or be eliminated. Portugal, they move on with the win. John Strong, Stu Holden with the call in 60 seconds.
That's half the fun of a new house. Seeing what people left behind in the attic.
Well, saving on homeowners insurance with Geico's help was pretty fun, too.
Oh, it's tiny dancer.
They left a ton of stuff up there.
Well, enjoy your house.
Nope. No, thank you.
Geico could help you save on homeowners and renters insurance.
COVID-19. Some people get it, and some people can get it bad. And for those who do get it bad, it may be because they have a high risk factor, such as heart disease, diabetes, being overweight, asthma, or smoking. Even if symptoms feel mild, these factors can increase your risk of COVID-19 turning severe. So if you're at high risk and test positive, don't wait. Ask your healthcare provider right away if an authorized oral treatment is right for you.
Lusail Iconic Stadium, to give it its formal name here in Qatar. Appropriately enough, for a third time in 5 nights, we are getting to see an iconic superstar take the field. After Neymar and Messi, it's Cristiano Ronaldo in Portugal taking on Uruguay.
And for Portugal, in a very familiar 4-3-3 formation, Pepe coming in at 39 years old. This is his 130th appearance for his country. He partners Diaz with Danilo out injured. Carvalho at the bottom of that midfield triangle. Felix on that left-hand side. Fernandez on the right. And Cristiano Ronaldo with a goal in the first game. See if he can follow that up here in the second against Uruguay. Now for Uruguay, Diego Alonso, we have it listed as a 4. I expect this to be a back 3, potentially with Jimenez, Godin, and Coates as the 3 center backs there. And in front of that, Bentancur Valverde, what a season he is having for Real Madrid in La Liga. And Darwin Nunez up front alongside Edinson Cavani, who comes into the team with Suarez making his way to the bench.
And all eyes on that man, Cristiano Ronaldo, as we technically reach the halfway point of this World Cup. This is game number 32. We play 64. So it's 32 games down, 32 to go, if you will, when the final whistle comes tonight. And tomorrow we start the simultaneous kickoffs and the group stage finales here at this World Cup. Luis Suarez watching from the bench. Cavani takes his place. Uruguay under the more pressure of the two. But a rematch from the round of 16 4 years ago. We were there in Sochi. It was a wild night and a wild finish. And Uruguay beat Portugal 2-1. What happens tonight? We're underway. Portugal, appropriately enough, as we've moved past Thanksgiving, on towards Christmas in the red and green. Uruguay switching from their traditional light blue to white. Portugal, they had to work for it, but they got the opening team back 3-2 over Ghana. Ronaldo made some history with his goal. They got 2 players scoring goals on their World Cup debuts as well. It means Portugal can
23 seconds in
the next round with a win tonight. Last time they won their first 2 games at a World Cup was the last time they reached the semifinal in 2006. Uruguay on the other side. They hit the post twice in a scoreless draw with South Korea. Didn't technically have a shot on goal as a result. They did not allow a shot on goal either. They're under a little bit more pressure here for this one. They can't be eliminated. But this result tonight will set up what they need in their finale Friday against Ghana, who showed they are no pushovers. So we'll see what sort of approach Uruguay have to this one with some global superstars down on that field. And Ronaldo quickly on the ball, and this is quickly off the ball.
As soon as he touches it, the crowd goes crazy.
Back 3 as we expected for Uruguay. Godin at the heart of that. It's going to be fun watching him matched up against Cristiano Ronaldo. Those two familiar with their time in La Liga when he was at Atletico Madrid and Ronaldo was at Real Madrid. And for Fernando Santos' team, I'm interested to see how they can stay disciplined throughout the game and which ways they can break down this Uruguayan defense, which at times will be 5. So you're going to have players running underneath. But ultimately, I think they're going to have time and space in the wide areas at times. It's going to be delivering good quality crosses to give Ronaldo a chance.
Portugal's uniforms are pretty cool.
take the ball away. A chance to follow that one, and first effort of the night coming in from Matias Vecino. An early look there for Uruguay.
Good-looking combination play. Something we've seen early in this game already. Uruguay are stepping up their pressure very high. Oliveira shoots. He just kind of slices it off. Little combination with Edinson Cavani. And for Diego Alonso's first time playing with a back three for Uruguay. Haven't seen them play this system in a year and a half. So interested to see how this goes in their movements and how much they will have trained this and how much of this is planning for Portugal and trying to nullify their ability to possess the ball in their own half, because they're stepping up and getting that numbers advantage to limit their ability to play through the lines.
They're trying to sneak Ronaldo in behind. He chests it into the middle of the
Oh!
field, and it's fired over by William Carvalho.
A little bit of inventiveness there from Ronaldo with a big chest. Look at that. Oh, he actually comes off the shoulder.
That makes a little bit more sense. I know he doesn't miss the push-ups day, but
it does end up coming off his shoulder, finding Carvalho. It's a tough skill. He's taking it out of the air on the full volley.
on the ball, becomes the third oldest field player ever to see action in the World Cup. Remember back in 1994, Tima Hutchinson actually just a couple of weeks older than him on the field for Canada earlier in this tournament. He's drafted in as Danilo, the starting center back for Portugal. 3 broken ribs in practice on Saturday. Seems to be sure he's going to be out for the group stage. Some light hope he can return for the knockout stage, but he'll be asking an awful lot with an awfully painful injury. And Otavio as well, one of the midfielders for Portugal who started. He's out with an undisclosed injury concern. So William Carvalho comes in. To the air by Valverde. Hernandez able to chest it down. And Felix. The 2 Portuguese players who scored on their World Cup debut in their opener on Thursday.
These two are going at each other and chatting a little bit. I love it.
Second time already. Seeing Jimenez come pretty tight in the pressure from behind, and Felix able to use his body and just his balance to spin out of that. Uruguay playing with pretty high defensive line, and that's just a mishit pass. Felix looking at that far right-hand side, trying to pick out Cancelo.
Searching for Valverde in a wrestling match there with Nuno Mendes, who gets the start at left back, and that's going to be whistled for a foul.
Yeah, I think early in this game, John, you're going to see a lot of long, direct passes we have already. It's going to be about who can win those second balls right now. Uruguay stepping up with a lot of pressure. They don't want Portugal to have time and space on the ball, as there's a kick behind the play there on Ruben Diaz, and that's part of the aggressive. We're going to see a yellow card here.
Early yellow card that was Bentancur running through. Alireza Fagani, originally from Iran, now lives and works in Australia. He was the referee for Brazil-Serbia. That was the game. Remember, Serbia came in hot and heavy. They kicked Neymar out of the game, concerned for Neymar's ankle injury. And so it'll be interesting to see how Alireza Fagani handles this one.
You see the left foot actually on the right ankle there of Ruben Diaz, and that's of course a position where they already had to bring in Pepe because of the injury to Danilo. Very experienced player in the Premier League. Ruben Diaz want to start his life with Manchester City over the past couple of seasons. This is Ronaldo again with the little, here comes the right shoulder. And the strike from Carvalho over the top of the crossbar. So the showman.
What do we make of this guy right now? It's such a fascinating situation because he comes in with the most goals scored of any man in international soccer history. He can actually leave this tournament in FIFA's record books, at least, with the most games played of any man in international soccer history. And yet he's coming off a fall with Manchester United, he had more fouls committed.
Bet you we have a scoreless half again.
In the Premier League, and then he torpedoed that relationship very deliberately with that TV interview just before the tournament began. As Carvalho wins that ball away. Mendes looking long for Ronaldo, who's going to rise up and knock it down. Bruno Fernandes taking his chance from distance there and ends up wide.
And Ronaldo wanted the ball back wide. And this is where he's incredibly effective, too. The timing of his jumps, and just look at that vertical there. I mean, he's a good 8 inches above Oliveira on that challenge. Knocks it down straight to his teammate. Bruno Fernandes takes the strike from deep. And the chance is gone. But look, Ronaldo is not the player he was 10 years ago. But nobody expects him to be that.
Nobody's the player they were 10 years ago.
Still expects himself to.
There's an awful lot of people in this building who expect him to be that player.
But look, go back to the year before. This last one, he was the top scorer for Manchester United in the Premier League. And if used in the right way, he can still be incredibly effective. But he's not going to chase all around the field and defend and track back and has the tricks and all the flicks and step overs and run it guys 1v1. He's more of just an out-and-out finisher, and then still a guy in the air, one of the best in the world, and can still be a big focal point for this team, but he's not going to do it himself. He needs guys around him to help complement him and bring the best out of him.
It goes again. This time Joao Felix trying to chase this one down, and then is looking for help that's not coming right now. Back for Bernardo Silva. Ronaldo comes to get it. Ronaldo once again. Inside it comes. Bruno Fernandes trying to...
All right. Ooh.
Out for a goal kick.
Well, Portugal doing a good job when they have possession in the attacking third of getting runners behind the back line, and it's forcing Uruguay to drop. Look, both Cristiano Ronaldo and Silva trying to make that run to get behind. Ronaldo would have been offside had that one got through. There was a deliberate play on the ball by the defender as well before that point.
On the other side, no less a legend in his own country, getting the start time over Luis Suarez. Cavani, who scored twice when these teams faced off in Russia 4 years ago.
Crowd's giving him a warm ovation there.
We were here 2 nights ago. 88,966 were with us for Argentina-Mexico. Biggest crowd of the Men's World Cup game since the '94 final at the Rose Bowl in Pasadena. Carvalho gets it away wide. Has just miscontrolled it. Darwin Nunez, one of the brightest stars at this World Cup, running towards the corner, and he's able to get a corner kick out of it.
And he's trying to fire up his fans behind the goal. Just look at the power and the drive.
He's all riled up.
From Darwin Nunez there to turn. He was in pressure with 3 defenders around him. Drives it all the way down the line. And then there was nobody in the box, but there didn't need to be. The defender doesn't know that. Tries to make a challenge on Nunez. It goes behind for a corner, and they get a chance to bring some bodies up here in the attack.
One of the 2 times they hit the post was from a corner in their opener. It's taken short this one. It's looped into the box. It's a header that's
over top the goal.
Close to there. Just sort of pulling out of the last moment and letting it go onto the roof of his net.
It was a good jump from Jimenez. Great lead between 2 defenders, and it looks like he just...
Should get a bonus point if you put it on top of the net. That was pretty crazy. I was actually happy for it. It gave me a good short to put out.
That might be a little bit of a foul on Jimenez, and the whistle finally goes.
He's got to start watching out for accumulation of fouls on Joao Felix. Here, Jimenez, he's done it a couple of times, already 3 to my count in this game.
turf. And Reza Fagani with the quick sprint there as he's got Ruben Diaz running at him. Mark Clattenburg. All right, let's bring you in already here. Give us
Man, these refs don't take anything. They come running at the players and give it to them. I love it.
What he's done first of all is he gave a yellow card for a bad foul. It was a clear stepping on the ankle.
Love it.
He set his tolerance level. However, he's still got some management skills. He wants to calm the players down. He doesn't want another yellow card because what will happen is he'll have a risk of 2 yellow cards and dismissing a player. So he wants to keep all 11 players, 22 players on the field to play. He'll try and manage this situation and hopefully the players will calm down.
We mentioned he did that Brazil-Serbia game. The Brazilians have been furious about the fouls on Neymar. Does that come into play in a referee's head now the next time out? Does it change how he approaches it?
Sure, because if they're targeting Felix, you've got to protect the players at all times. So therefore, if you see a player being fouled by different players, because sometimes it can be different players fouling the same player, you need to step in and give that yellow card.
Okay, there's some pressure there just going long. Duran got 2 assists in the opener. On Thursday, Ronaldo lays it back in.
That's true.
Here's Ronaldo once more for Bruno Fernandes. Then Carvalho. João Felix pushed off it by Valverde. Cavani.
Well, Nunez has got some space if they can find him early. The window is gone, no low hesitation.
Control that one back for Diego Costa. Getting the start ahead of a couple other options as he just sort of came into this one at the age of 23 out of nowhere. Really both goalkeepers have very recently taken over their starting jobs as Dean slices that one out. It will be a throw down in the corner. Here's Ronaldo. What'd you say about the tricks to the flicks and the leftovers?
And then went backwards.
Cancelo returns it. That ball just runs out on Bernardo Silva.
I didn't say he didn't have it in his bag. I said you just don't see it as often. And it's a good job there from Varela not to dive in, not to go for any of those step overs and not get beat and just force Ronaldo to play that ball backwards. Still a feeling out period in this game. It's swinging back and forth. It's scrappy in the middle of the field. There's turnovers. There's tackles.
Portugal in the more comfortable position of the two. They clinch a spot in the next round with a win. Pepe, great ball. João Felix has it now. João Felix deflected shot, and that will end up out for Portugal.
Deflected out.
It's a great ball from Pepe, just quickly to find Bernardo Silva in that pocket of space behind the back line. He turns quickly, gets it out to Felix, and he's trying to smash this one low and hard. I thought he might try and bend it around that defender with a little bit more height, might have got over the top of him. But it was a good challenge in the end, and the little deflection goes out for a corner. Pepe is a threat on these set pieces, as well as the obvious target in Cristiano Ronaldo, who right now he's trying to run off the two bodies. You see a little communication right there between him and Ruben Diaz about trying to set a pick. So Ronaldo's peeled away. He's going to try and hook his run around to lose his marker in Godin.
It was Pepe who scored from a corner in the meeting at the round of 16 4 years ago in Sochi. All the way back. And that's going to be a foul and a free kick on the other side. Reza Fagani was just waiting to see if an advantage came from that cross in.
Oh, they'll take that.
Bruno Mendes look shaken up.
It's absolutely a foul.
That's a foul. I don't think it was that bad of a foul, but it's still a foul.
Because it was a long driven ball. Bit of a heavy first touch. Looked like the opportunity was gone to get a good cross into the box, but they end up winning a free kick, and now Pretty dangerous spot, and it's Cristiano Ronaldo with his trademark run-up. You've also got Bruno Fernandes standing over it too, but I imagine that, yeah, he's walked away. This is going to be Ronaldo's ball.
And Sergio Rochet, just his 10th start for Uruguay at the age of 29. Cristiano Ronaldo has scored 58 career free kick goals, 10 of them for Portugal. Ronaldo off the top of the wall. That was Bettencourt.
Off of somebody's face.
You know what, John?
Kicked it off the guy's face.
Yes. Being in that wall right there, taking a full blast from Ronaldo, and that was a pretty good looking strike heading towards that back post, but it was Vecino who didn't shy away from it and heads that one behind. It's going to be a corner.
Bernardo Silva to take. Roll short. Deflected out. That was alert on the outside as Neves.
That was horrible.
It in.
Just kicked it into the stands.
Bruno Fernandes who comes in and calls off Bernardo Silva. They used to be teammates, those two, until Ronaldo ended up having his contract severed at Manchester United. Operators are standing by. And in comes the out-swinging corner all the way through. Chance to make some history of his own this evening. Would be the first Uruguayan to score at 4 different World Cups. Luis Suarez could also be. He's on the bench right now, unable to find the back of it. Didn't even register a shot in the scoreless draw with South Korea. Mendes weaving in. Ruben Neves opens it up to the far side. Well, Cancelo. Back for Neves. Neves once again on the near side. His cross sort of sliced away. João Cancelo trying to get it under control. Hands it off to Bruno Fernandes. Fernandes hooks it across. Down to him by Godin. Only as far as Neves. That was stabbed out as well. How can Uruguay break? Here's Cavani. Nunez furthest forward. It's meant for him. It finds him down off the chest. It was overhit then, trying to go across to Valverde.
This has been a good spell for Portugal. You thought maybe for a half second Uruguay were going to get out of some of that pressure. Looking for Nunez. It's a bad pass. He's looking for Valverde. The chance is gone. But Portugal using the ball very well. Good crisp passing, shifting it side to side, working that back line, forcing them to move, waiting for the gaps to open up, firing shots from distance too. And it just keeps that Uruguayan defense honest. Question now is,
throw the ball in. Guys just throw their bodies around recklessly when that ball's in the air.
Intercepted by Pepe. Giving up, what, 16 years to the guy he's marking tonight, Darwin Nunez. Bernardo Silva on the run. Ronaldo's furthest forward. William Carvalho. Just scoop that one in. Yeah. Collision of players, 2 men down. Carvalho picks it up. Bruno Fernandez, who's the more banged up of the two, and that collision of feet challenging for that bouncing ball. And Oliveira sees it, plays it out.
Looks like he ends up just kicking the foot, the bottom of the foot of Darwin Nunez.
This is how it looks earlier today. What a game that was. Ghana up 2-0 at halftime, blew the 2-goal lead, ended up winning it 3-2 over South Korea.
Wow.
So Ghana right back in the mix after losing their opener. Here's Cristiano Ronaldo picking it up wide. It's not going to stop him. Lifting that all the way across. Bruno Fernandez will
Ghana is in this round here.
Space and time. Likes to cut it back at Oliveira, crossing the deck right back to his feet. Bruno Fernandez, driven ball, Carvalho let it go. Well, Felix. Back to Mendes. To the far side, Bernardo Silva surveys, Bruno Fernandez returns. Bernardo Silva couldn't take that in stride.
Yeah, they're sitting so deep right now, Uruguay. And just look at the movement in front of their back line. Felix comes inside. Bruno Fernandez goes wide. Bernardo Silva, they're all just so hard to mark with a one-touch movement like that. And Uruguay can't relieve pressure. They can't possess the ball. Not able to find their initial outlet. Portugal swarming defensively. This has been a good 24 minutes so far for this Portuguese team.
They fired off 5 shots, just none of them have much to save out of Sergio Rochette.
Coach, we just went over the 24-minute mark.
To the left, he's going to get it now. Well, it comes to meet him. Now it comes to Nuno Mendes. First time cross and got knocked down. Bill Felix was lining up for a shot.
Yeah, just in a little miscommunication there. What a great move again.
Was a great move.
Out this time a little bit with the ball that goes to the back, and then as soon as that initial pass comes in, it breaks the line of the midfield pressure. They get the ball wide. Mendes decides to play it in early. It's a good early ball as Uruguay are retreating defensively towards their own goal. And then I think that Felix is trying.
Anybody in here pulling for Uruguay?
Probably couldn't hear it, or just the reaction time was so quick that there was the touch from Bernardo Silva before it got to him, and he would have had a clear shot on goal.
Again, winning a one-on-one duel with young Darwin Nunez, although we got a work to do here. Nunez picks it back and couldn't control cleanly. Ruben Diaz able to deal with it. The other game, final day of the group. If they can win tonight, they don't need to draw against Ghana. If they get a tie tonight, they would need to win but not need to worry about it. If they lose, they would need to win the finale, and they would need things to go their way in the.
So if they lose today, they got to win.
They would have to, best case scenario, end up
in the third game.
Battle to advance. Who have reached the knockout stage of the last 3 World Cups, including a semifinal appearance. Long run on the far side. Bruno Fernandez not going to get there.
Can't get there, chasing it down.
Fernando Santos on the other side. He's had this job for a while now. September 2014, won the European Championship in 2016. That was the first inter-tournament title in Portugal's history. Out of the round of 16 at the last World Cup, out of the round of 16 at the European Championship, somewhat more on par for Portugal. Twice they've made the semifinal of a World Cup. The last was in 06. But as we said, it's not that they necessarily have this incredible history at tournaments. They've found pockets of success over the years. When you have Cristiano Ronaldo,
You're rooting for the refs? Paul's rooting for Portugal. He's from Portugal. He's Portugalian.
Fernandez, the facilitator right now. You heard the guys mention in the studio 3 goals and 3 assists combined his last 4 games for his country.
Here we go again.
Hit that into the middle of the field. Valverde pops it over the top. Pepe once again is there. Tackle there on the outside.
Got some space here.
Fernandez goes the other way. Ronaldo wants it back. Screaming. Got his arms up. Ruben Neves. Neves trying to sneak in back door. Bruno Fernandez.
Oh!
Was offside. Wouldn't have counted. Wasn't going on target.
Wouldn't have counted anyway.
Yeah, he's clearly offside. He just goes too early. But that run from deep is difficult for a back line to pick up. Yeah, he's about 2 yards offside, which is poor because he can time that run.
Actually, MR is always rooting for the refs.
Try to time that run better and stay onside.
As advertised, simultaneous play begins tomorrow. The United States trying to move on to the knockout round with a win, but our day begins in Group A, Netherlands against Qatar on Fox. Ecuador, Senegal on FS1. Coverage beginning at 9 a.m. Eastern, 6 a.m. Pacific. 3 teams for 2 spots in Group A with Qatar eliminated. Remember Senegal 4 years ago? Only kept out of the knockout stage on the 7th tiebreaker, which was fair play points. A point value given for yellow and red cards as they lost their finale. Can Senegal overcome either the Netherlands or Ecuador this time around? Pepe blocks that cross out from Vecino, and a little bit of attacking momentum for the first time in a while for Uruguay.
They're going to take their time. Looks like they're going to shape up for a long throw here to try to put some pressure potentially from Oliveira. You've got Nunez, who's a big target on that near side to flick it on.
Ronnie goes short. They'll get another throw out of it.
In front of that small pocket of Uruguayan fans in the corner, because
there are not many.
No, this stadium is what, 90% red Portuguese fans, you would guess, or as you said, Ronaldo fans.
Half an hour gone at Lusail iconic stadium, no score. And just
30-minute mark. 30-minute mark.
Between these nations, the last. Since the 2018 World Cup, in fact, just the second meeting in the last half century between them. Nunez brings it down. Cavani running off him. Cavani trying to return. Picked up on the outside. Oliveira for Cavani. Just trying to keep it upfield right now. 35th appearance for Cavani, second most in Uruguay's history. Third most goals with 58. And they get him a look. Challenge in the air there by Jimenez. Bouncing ball. Oliveira is challenging for Nunez. Knocked it down. Uruguayan fans howl. No free kick coming. On the ball, who is the appearance leader for Uruguay in 161 of his international career tonight. Comes here by Mendes. Godin sends it the other way. Cavani knocks it down and knocks down Ruben Neves behind the play. Charging forward is Rodrigo Betancourt. Waiting for the support.
Yeah, but it's 2-on-5, and he broke 2-on-5. Oh my God, he almost beat him. The goalie, what a great save! Holy heck!
What an individual goal that would have and should have been.
That would have been the best goal of the thing, I think. He broke 2-on-5.
Individual skill and some poor defending mixed in, but he breaks from his own half here. Drives at the back line. He's looking for the pass to his left. Nunez tries to drag one defender away, and then the on-rushing Costa coming out, and I thought he was going to try to lift it over the top. Instead, he's trying to pass it through his legs, and it's off the ground and straight in the arms. Just the slightest little touch over the top. A little bit more composure here. And a chip, that's in the back of the net. It's one completely against the run of play. That's the part of Portugal's game that you saw the other night against Ghana. A lot of possession, a lot of chances, dominate the first half, and then just some individual mistakes at the back. That time, both your center backs get split there, 20 yards from goal. Very fortunate not to concede.
Betancourt only one career goal, and now his 53rd game for Uruguay. He's been scoring goals, though, this season for Tottenham, 5 of them after scoring 4 total goals his prior 7 years as a professional. Ronaldo does it himself and gives it away to Varela. Cavani had the run of Nunez, comes back in field. Now Portugal trying to break. João Felix on the ball. Bernardo Silva running off him.
Well, that was good action.
Bruno Fernandes.
They've got numbers in the box. If they can get a good service here, look, 4 Portuguese targets.
Felix comes to get it. Cristiano Ronaldo.
Oh, blocked.
Bruno Fernandes looked like he was in the way. João Felix resets. João Felix deflected 2 deflections. Who would come off last? That'll be a goal kick.
A strike from distance from Ronaldo, and then this one from Felix in quick succession. Not a bad idea, though, to test that back line. Another look at that. Betancourt is sensational here. Chopping back, left foot, right foot, comes back on to the right foot, has a clear look. Mendes can't get there to make the challenge. Costa does well to come out and make himself big. And maybe put a little hesitation in the mind of Betancourt, who was potentially shaping up for that little chip because he stayed up. He didn't go down too early and gift him that opportunity. So give credit to the save as well, but that's a bad miss. That one should be in the back of the net.
That'll be the first shot on goal of the tournament for Uruguay. Betancourt again weaving his way through. He's stealing it, hands it off for Oliveira. The return cross.
No.
The chance for Betancourt.
What's up, Kerry? Welcome in.
You
can see his frustration. 2 good chances in quick succession, and what they've done well is that when those gaps open and they have the ball, they're facing the Portuguese defense, they turn the ball over, they're playing quickly, vertically, pushing them back, quick chances, crosses in the box. That one comes in, takes a little deflection, and almost actually fell to the feet of Darwin Nunez at the end of that. And you see here Diogo Costa just saying, hey, we've been playing out of the back a little bit, went under some pressure, everybody just squeeze up, and I'm going to lump this one long. Let's play off a second ball and put the ball back in Uruguay's half, and then Cancelo comes back to get it. Now he goes long.
Swings of momentum here, though, even though we don't have a ton of goal-scoring action.
Well, Uruguay made it pretty clear they don't want too much of the ball. Or, I'm sure they'd like a lot of ball, they just can't get a lot of the ball. Portugal so comfortable in possession, so technically good, spread the field so well and predictable. Here comes Nuno Mendes, he can fly.
Hey, Justin, what's up? We're hanging in there.
Back inside of the middle.
David T, what's up?
Got his body in the way.
Good afternoon to you, sir.
Silva swings it wide. João Cancelo. Lifting the cross up, Ronaldo down off the chest. Ronaldo was
couldn't tip it in.
Goalkeeper Rochette and cleared wide.
Jimenez misjudges this one and falls right on the chest of Ronaldo, but they did a good job coming out quickly. Rochette and the center backs as well clearing their lines. That had a long way. That's poor defending from Jimenez to get beat on that when he could see it the whole way. And his positioning was too far inside.
Not going to let it get out to Joao Cancelo. Montes under some pressure. Able to find Darwin Nunez. Puts off the challenge of Neves. Nunez running along. Gets it along for Varela. Varela's pulled down. Free kick coming for Uruguay. And their bench is going ballistic. They will get the yellow card they wanted off of Ruben Neves.
That's a great break, and who's at the heart of it again? It's Darwin Nunez. A great pass initially out of the back. Quick pass forward, 30 yards, takes out the entire midfield of Portugal, but then just his strength, driving at the back line, gets the ball out.
Oh my God, he yanked him down. You can't do that.
And then he just jumps inside his man and is clever to feel a bit of contact and goes down. It's going to be a set-piece opportunity with Valverde to serve it in here.
Valverde created both of Uruguay's best scoring chances. Had one shot that came off the post. The other was a corner that Godin nodded off the post in the scoreless draw with South Korea. Provided the game-winning assist in the UEFA Champions League final in May for Real Madrid. And now stands over this one. The later stages of the first half. Costa one save already tonight, just sort of bouncing around in front of his goal right now as Celeste Fagani, the referee, manages all that pushing and shoving, and he's going to continue to...
Yeah, there's a lot of bodies tight together, right? See all the Uruguayan attackers really clump. Sometimes you see them spread out, and it forces the back line to spread out. So I wonder if they're going to try to just create and run bodies into each other. Maybe somebody spins around the back.
Definitely they're doing to do that.
Valverde lifted in, comes all the way through. And there to pick it up, right back into the middle, stabbed away. Carvalho there with a clearing touch, and it's retreated all the way to Rochette. Oliveira on the run. Heel was well anticipated and just knocked away by Joao Cancelo as Mendes is down.
Blackhawk down.
An injury concern. Did not dress for undisclosed reasons in the opener against Ghana. He replaced Rafael Guerrero, their normal starting left back for this game tonight.
And the body language is not good. That's for sure.
Well, show what happened.
A picture of frustration and disappointment. We'll have to see, and his teammates consoling him as well. But Fernando Santos was pretty quick to look down his bench. And
he was coming in off a hamstring injury in October. All of the reports in the last few days didn't specify if it was precisely that same injury that was still bugging him. But as you said, the emotion of a 20-year-old making his World Cup debut forced off, it would appear, before halftime.
They still haven't shown what's happened to him.
That doesn't show you what it means to represent your country in a World Cup with a young player that's achieved his dream, and just such disappointment of having to come out so early. He's straight down the tunnel. He's going to get checked out by the training staff, and that's a shame to see him. They'll evaluate that over the coming days, see how serious that potentially is. But in comes a pretty experienced player in Rafael Guerrero, a Borussia Dortmund who started the first game for Portugal.
And who presumably they were hoping to give a night off to tonight. Yeah. So he comes out late in the first half. That's one substitution, as we talked about. one window as well used by Portugal. Gives them a little bit less flexibility going into the second half, as that one will run all the way out. Meant for Varela. Uruguay's going to push their numbers up here. Trying to trap Portugal in their own half as Guerrero's first touch is to throw it in.
It's also something, John, with that sub that we talked about the other night with Mexico. They had to burn one of their substitution windows here in the first half.
Varela has it as Uruguay win it back. Varela's cross in, and that was meant for Cavani. Varela couldn't guide that to a teammate. Fernandez thought he was fouled a moment ago.
That should be a yellow card.
Fouled then.
Fernandez was going to make sure he got him down.
Interesting. It's actually Uruguay's first foul in about 25 minutes. They had 7 fouls committed, 17 early. They set a tone, and we've been largely playing for a while since. How do you view this thing overall right now?
It looked like Portugal were going to break through. They were dominating that first half of this first half. But Uruguay had found some moments which they had struggled to do in that first part of breaking pressure, counterattacking, bringing Nunez into the game. I think it actually all stemmed off the confidence and momentum that they had of that run from Bentancur. And then towards the end of this half, Uruguay finished strong. So
yeah, about 2 minutes.
Back into this game a little bit and have given Portugal a little bit more to think about on the defensive side as they were starting to throw 9 guys all the way forward into the attack. And it's now allowed Uruguay to step further on the field and get some pressure again, which they hadn't for that 20-25 minute spell.
Have a handball in that sequence, and it will be whistled. Felix wanted it quickly. It's going to be a yellow there. Oliveira knew it was going to be taken quickly, so he put his body in front of it. For Guerrero and gets it back. Felix comes to get it. Looking long, Bruno Fernandez trying to sneak in there. Montes wins the header. Neves brings it down. We will have 3 added minutes here at the end of this first half. Early cross blocked. Moving out for a corner. It did just spin inside the corner flag. 4th corner for Ronaldo and Portugal. Fernandez to take. Outswinging ball hit the near post. That was Oliveira alert. Neves. Taking off it, pokes it away, and cleared. With the biggest play of this one so far, that one-on-one save on Rodrigo Bentancur. In the 32nd minute, that's an offside flag. Ronaldo made history with that penalty kick on Thursday.
+3, so we're going to 48.
World Cups. 2 women have done it. Marta of Brazil, Christine Sinclair of Canada, and your NWSL champion, Portland Thorns. Ronaldo just continues to add to the list of records and superlatives he owns at the age of 37. Okay, there's some work to do there as Nunez was tracking him the whole way. Costa gets it clear. And Kerr holds it in. Way through. First half stoppage time. counter again. Strong header when Nunez trying to steer it wide to Varela. Knocked away by Guerrero. Carvalho takes the ball. Uruguay 10 fouls committed. Portugal 2. Give you a little bit of a sense of how this one has gone. Uruguay held the ball for just 27% of the time. Portugal wanted a foul on the outside there. João Cancelo went down. There's no call. 30 seconds to go in this half. Portugal outshot Uruguay 9-4. One shot on target each. João Felix. Carvalho wants it back. Coming along, Rafael Guerrero. His cross in. Too far.
Oh, too far.
Too far for João Cancelo.
He had a man crashing.
It's the right type of ball. It ends up just being a bit too high. He's trying to fire this across with just power to beat the goalkeeper, not allow Burchett to come off and get it. In the end, scoreless.
All right, halftime.
Send you back to Rob Stone in our studio down south of us at the Corniche in Doha. 45 minutes down, 45 to go at Lusail. No score between Portugal and Uruguay.
The 2022 FIFA World Cup halftime show on Fox is presented by Verizon. It is the stat that keeps on giving. Now 17 of our 32 games have gone to the break scoreless.
Yeah, all the scoring's in the second half.
Verizon halftime show. We're going to break down that first half. We'll show you how Brazil punched their ticket to the next round, and we'll also get you ready for the U.S.'s all-important group stage finale tomorrow against Iran. Portugal fighting for a win that would see them through, but it's zeros on the board at the break.
Ah, humbug. My signal is totally ghosting me.
You need a better net.
Verizon, so many commercials right now, it's ridiculous. All right, we're going to halftime. No score again. So, what are we going to do? All the shootout games I haven't got to call yet. Would like to call some of these shootout games. Maybe as I get longer in the tournament, I'll get one of those. But nothing yet. Hit that like, hit that subscribe if you're new. We'll keep working to grow the channel. Meet new people. I appreciate y'all helping us get our watch time.
That's amazing.
Got to get up to 1,000 watch time, 1,000 or 4,000 hours watch time before we can get where we want to get to. I wish I could cross broadcast. Tie some of the football games in through here.
Back up in the house. Watching a little soccer. Bro, you eating my legs?
Yep. It's the FIFA World Cup. And it's football.
I love this commercial with Peyton Manning.
Or soccer.
It's soccer. We're doing that again, huh? It's a classic.
No, Cheetos. It says soccer mom, not football mom. You ever argue with soccer mom? Go ahead, tell them.
No matter what you call it, don't forget the chips. Crisps.
Whatever. Now this is an upgrade. And away we go.
Travel upgrades and private events from Chase Sapphire Reserve. Chase, make more of what's yours.
The 2022 FIFA World Cup on Fox is sponsored by Chase Sapphire.
Uruguay yet to concede, yet to score at this tournament. Yeah, the picture tells the story. 0-0 at the half against Portugal. Tomorrow, we remind you, it is the final group game for the U.S. as they meet Iran. Rob Stone, 3 U.S. legends here. Carly Lloyd, Clint Dempsey, and Alexi Lawless back here with you. The battle between the top 2 teams in Group H has been just that, a battle. Here is the best of the first 45 minutes.
Yeah, Portugal started off good early. You have a long throw in to Cristiano Ronaldo. He uses his skill, shoulder passes it to Carvalho. It's a good way to start the game, getting a shot in the first 3 minutes.
Spent a lot of time working on those shoulder passes, Clint?
Hey, with Carly's shoulder pads, I bet I can hit a good one.
You got the jokes, man. You got the jokes.
All right, down the other end here, Betancourt. I mean, look at this run. Right from midfield. It's in, it's out. Little dipsy-do with the blue, well, not the blue, the white line there, and then he's in.
Oh, he's got a scoop.
Oh, right there. You just got to scoop that thing up. We've seen scoops today, Rob Stone. We needed a scoop right there. Oh, biggest chance for a
And 37th minute, ball goes out wide. This is Cristiano Ronaldo's chance. Oh, just can't bring it down. That was it. Can't do anything with that one.
Luis Suarez got the start, Lex, in game 1 on the bench here for game 2. Is it crying out for him?
Well, our friend Clint here told him it might be the best, told us that it might be the best position for him. So, yeah, it's a nice option to have come off the bench. He brings the energy, obviously brings the experience. And if it continues on like this, and we've seen in this World Cup, substitutions are key in terms of coming in and making a dramatic difference.
I think Rob's jinxed us. He was talking about all these goals we're going to see, and then once we started doing the games,
it's not the first time, Clint. Let me tell you.
Why you got to do us that way, bro?
I got goals for you. I got goals for you. Coming up on the next little segment. You want to contribute to them?
What's that? I got a fly that's attacking me.
You got a fly.
I'm back.
Hang in there, man.
He's got a lot of product going on out there, man.
It's better than a fly taking you down. Tomorrow, the U.S. men's national team, they learned their Group B fate as they meet Iran. We'll get you ready for that one coming up after the break, and maybe some highlights that will please our friend Mr. Dempsey.
Please. Let's see some goals.
The 2022 FIFA World Cup halftime show on Fox is presented by Verizon.
We love ya. Where you go, we'll follow.
Because we support the U.S., the U.S., the U.S.
And that's so when we like it.
Let's go.
It's a cat. It's an owl cat. It's an owl cat bat.
Some things leave you guessing, but not MailChimp. MailChimp takes the guesswork out of email marketing by analyzing millions of data points from the billions of emails we send to offer personalized suggestions for how to improve engagement and revenue. Guess less and sell more with the #1 email marketing and automation platform. Intuit MailChimp.
Hey, you!
New Balance. Me got now.
Viene! Now it's the time to shop Walmart's deals for days. This Cyber Monday. Head online and don't miss out on this season's hottest deals at Walmart. Go!
Toyotathon is on. It's the most magical time of the year with great deals on Camry, RAV4, and Tundra. Where's the Tundra?
Fields borrowed it.
What?
Keep them coming!
Right now, choose an all-new Tundra and take 4.29% financing. Or check out a rugged Tacoma, now with low 3.49% APR financing.
'Tis the season for Toyotathon.
Toyota, let's go places.
Maryland, the wait is over. DraftKings Sportsbook is officially live. That means betting legally on same-game parlays, spreads, money lines, props, and more. Anytime and anywhere across the state. So get hyped, Maryland. Download the app today and bet $5 to get $200 in free bets instantly. And get in on the action.
There's never been a better time to get away. With a great deal on the Hyundai you've always wanted. With America's best warranty and up to 3 years complimentary maintenance. It's your journey. Own every mile at the Hyundai Getaway Sales Event. Hurry in to get our best deals of the season. Get in and get away. Get 0% APR on the 2023 Tucson, plus 0 payments for 90 days. Plus get a $500 first responder or military coupon.
FIFA World Cup halftime show on Fox is presented by Verizon.
The U.S. national team concludes their group stage campaign tomorrow against Iran. With a win, they advance. Anything else, they are eliminated. Coverage begins 1 p.m. Eastern on Fox. Clint, are you ready for some goals here at day 9?
Please.
Remember this one?
Oh, I like that.
That's a scoop. That's a scoop.
That's how you
there.
Wish they weren't our game.
Serbia, 3-3.
Vegas.
Petra, thank you for subscribing.
Ghana squandered that 2-goal lead. Able to fight back in a 3-2 win over South Korea. There's some goals.
Nutty game. Nutty.
Best goal of the night. Brazil's breakthrough. Casemiro.
Hold that.
Doesn't get better than that.
1-0. Brazil moves on to the knockout stage. 4 more games coming your way tomorrow. Remember, they're played simultaneously at the climax from Group A. Netherlands, Qatar on Fox, Ecuador, Senegal on FS1. Then Group B, Wales, England on FS1, Iran, U.S. on Fox. Carly, who wins?
U.S.
Clint.
U.S.
We believe.
We believe.
Red? America. Come on.
America's.
That's all you got to tell me.
There's only.
What do you think, man? Who do you think?
Exactly.
USA. Here's your Verizon first half moment. No goals yet. Great chance here, though, from Rodrigo Bentancur. Solid save. Final 45 on the backside.
All right. Final 45 minutes coming up.
Face the fact. Mbappe will destroy Ronaldinho.
Okay, you know what? What if we create a multiverse and have them play against each other?
Honey?
What if we
Go for a walk in time.
The world doesn't come together like this very often. But when it does, the results can be extraordinary.
Marky Doo, what's up, buddy? Welcome in.
That idea and growing its potential as a partner, investor, and innovator with possibilities that are unlimited and rewards that are priceless. Let the world play and become part of our story.
Good morning, America. Rise and shine. All across the country, we're getting up early this year with one thing on our minds. Football!
It's soccer.
Whether you're repping La Cultura in all the colors, or you need the world to know this is our year. Because the beautiful game
Belongs to all of us.
Get Google Pixel 7 Pro for free. Plus get Pixel Watch, Pixel Buds Pro, and more for free.
Tomorrow, Iran and USA gonna get it on. All right, here we go.
It's interesting interesting comparison because you think about as big a deal as Lionel Messi is, there's also Diego Maradona. Popular as Neymar is, there's Pele and Ronaldo and others. Kylian Mbappe, global superstar. Zinedine Zidane, Thierry Henry. Yes, legends of the past, like Eusebio and Luis Figo, but perhaps no man embodies his nation quite the way Cristiano Ronaldo does. Put a different way, he is Portugal, the man. So the question is, at the age of 37, can he feel it still? Or for someone that is so image conscious, is he getting too caught up in what people say? Can he just live in the moment and maybe, just maybe, lift himself and his nation at this World Cup into that proverbial mountain in the cloud? They can clinch their spot in the next round with a win. They have statistically dominated Uruguay. They are the first team out on the field. Here in front of almost 90,000 fans at Lusail. Uruguay making their way out now. Is it just a matter of punching through finally, or does Portugal need something else extra to actually get over the hump here and get a win?
I think they'll feel good about that first half. Now, there were a couple.
All right, let's roll it.
Felt Uruguay were going to get their way back into this game. They had that chance, probably the best chance of the game through Bentancur that was saved. But they're still waiting for a moment from Cristiano Ronaldo. He is the guy that they look to when they get into that final attacking third. The possession was good, the movement was good, the crossing was good at times too, but still lacking that killer finish in that big moment. I'm interested to see what tweaks and changes that Uruguay make in the way in which they're getting pressure on the ball, because they struggled throughout portions of the game. They didn't have the ball, they struggled to get out of pressure, and let's see if this one picks up where it left off towards the end of that first half.
Second half underway just past 11 p.m. here in Qatar, 8 p.m. in Lisbon.
Here we go, here we go.
5 p.m.
Who's going to break the tie first?
And it really does hit the business end after tonight. We get into those final games of the group stage. Simultaneous kickoffs twice a day. So we reach the halfway point of this FIFA World Cup with the end of this match tonight. No changes for either side. Rafael Guerreiro came in as an injury replacement to Nuno Mendes in the first half for Portugal. And Ronaldo takes an early foul, the 11th of the game, committed by Uruguay. Two players on the field, Oliveira and Bentancur on yellow cards. Ruben Neves was shown yellow for Portugal. Quantas there.
Yeah, Quantas with a knee to the back of the calf of Ronaldo after he had a nice little flick around the corner.
Portugal can clinch their spot in the next round with a win. Uruguay can't be eliminated, but it does change the calculus significantly for what they need from their final game. If they can get a win, even a draw, would mean they don't have to be concerned with the other game in the group. From the conclusion of Group H on Friday. Fernandez trying to track that over his shoulder. Oliveira was battling in there. Throws his body in. Bernardo Silva gets hauled down, and it'll be a free kick.
Physical game still, which is good.
Really, at times, as we talked about in the first half, it was pretty scrappy in the middle of the field. Both teams getting really stuck into each other. We had a number of turnovers, we had a number of fouls. And I think our referee did a good job of setting that tone, dishing out a couple of cards, and we didn't see as many as Carvalho's. Had a good job getting some pressure on the ball for Portugal to win it back. Now in the attacking part of the field.
Felix. And no look that one in for Guerreiro. Took a touch on the way through. It will be a corner. Fifth of the game for Portugal. Off the short corner, sends it in. Sent away by Valverde. Now can Uruguay break? Cavani didn't really do much with that as Ruben Neves was right on top of him. And then Neves takes the hit as he releases the pass, as does Joao Felix. Oliveira, who's on a yellow card, had the second one.
Vecino with the first one, and it looks like for now
Neves is still down
in the pocket.
Neves is still down. And it was interesting.
Took a knee to the back of the calf.
The referee came across to Oliveira pointing at his whistle like, hey, you gotta, you know, I blew my whistle. You think he cares? He's not listening for a whistle. Bring you back in.
Hey, Krieger.
What are you looking at right now? How do you feel about where this game is at from a refereeing perspective?
Yeah, he's come back out for the second half. How it started in the first half, he needs to clamp down on these foul challenges because for me, that one on Ruben Neves should have been a yellow card. He's kneed him in the back of the leg. That can give a player a dead leg. For me, that was a chance to stamp his authority on the second half and give a yellow card.
Not to do so, and some concern now for Fernando Santos in Portugal. Already forced into one injury substitution. You can make 5 substitutions, but you get 3 windows. And so if they have to replace Neves here, Portugal, the rest of the night, can only once more make substitutions. So you can do 3 at a time if you want, but that really limits how they can affect and change the game the rest of the way.
Oh, it's really that knee to the back of the calf. And you're hoping that that's dead leg type scenario. And he's really struggling to put any type of pressure through that left leg right now.
They already lost Otavio, who was a starter. He had an injury issue that forced him out of the lineup tonight. That's why William Carvalho's in there, and now Neves is struggling a bit. So Casino gets away with nothing. And fourth official, Abdulrahman Al-Jassim of Qatar. Worked a little bit there by Neves as play is restarted. Neves coming back out, still moving very gingerly though. And the play will be stopped here. We have someone who has come onto the field.
Oh, show it! Show the guy running on the field and getting tackled. Man, if they just showed that, that would have been great.
Ronaldo off the chest, terrific first touch. Bernardo Silva on the run, options either side. Joao Felix has it now. Joao Felix into the outside.
Oh!
Bruno Fernandes furious, and that cross didn't come to him.
Well, yeah, and also when he gets this ball into his path, that first touch across his body, it takes him too wide to then where he loses the angle. So look where he's shooting from now. He's got the Jimenez tracking back. He's covered the far post, so it means that Felix has to come to this near post. It ends up hitting the side netting and lost any chance.
If he passes that ahead, that's a goal.
The far post or squared across for a runner.
God was wide open.
So missed opportunity there. What was a great break initially by Ronaldo, laying it off for Bernardo Silva. Finally, Portugal had a moment in transition, which we really hadn't seen them open up this Uruguayan defense.
10th shot of the night for Portugal. The only one counted as a shot on goal. Somewhat generous that it was counted as a shot on goal. It was a Ronaldo flick earlier that ended up in the hands of Sergio Rochette. And they intercepted quickly for Nunez. Lays it back inside for Valverde. He's got Varela advancing up the right, but he was well covered by Guerrero. So Valverde sends it in himself, and that's an easy catch for Diego Costa. Hands it wide for Rafael Guerrero. And for Bruno Fernandes. Fernandes clipping that in. Ronaldo's there!
There it is! Portugal puts it in! Goal!
To think he got a touch on it, and we'll find out if he does. It was a great looking ball from Bruno Fernandes.
USA games tomorrow, yes.
In the box for Portugal. As this one goes wide, Godin just can't get pressure on the ball. You actually see there, kept onside at the top of your screen. And we'll get a better look here on this next replay. Does Cristiano Ronaldo get a touch? Still not sure. It's in the back of the net. Great looking ball, the best type of cross that's going in anyways. And just Ronaldo even being there just stuns Rochet more than... I don't think he does. I don't think he gets a touch on that. I don't see a change in the direction of the ball. He's going to claim it, that's for sure.
I mean, that's a hairspray goal, if anything.
Yes.
That's crazy.
It's Ronaldo's as it stands. It's Portugal's all the while. Flag comes up for offside on Ronaldo.
It's a great ball in, though, from Bruno Fernandes. Because he gets that ball off his foot so quickly, and the timing of the run from Cristiano Ronaldo that initiated the pass from Fernandes to pick him out.
Well, they've just in the stadium announced it as a Bruno Fernandes goal. Our statistics monitor in front of us still has it as Ronaldo's. And they can go back and look at it even later. Remember when Wales won that World Cup qualifying playoff with Ukraine? That Gareth Bale free kick that was turned in by a Ukrainian defender was a couple days later was given to Bale. Ronaldo once more tackled off him. It took too long to make a decision there. Ronaldo feeling it, pocket pick there by Darwin Núñez as he was lining up, and Ronaldo's down behind the play. Núñez carries forward, Cavani the only one with him. Ruben Diaz to defend, Ronaldo's on the ground behind the play. Early cross, no one there.
That was good work from Darwin Núñez coming back to get a challenge on Cristiano Ronaldo, who's trying to shoot from about 40 yards out. And you see there, it's a clean challenge. And Ronaldo actually ends up kicking into the back of his heel. Just to show you that he was kept onside by Ronaldo.
Yeah, Jesse.
At the top of the screen comfortably as well. He was late to step out, as was the entire Uruguayan back line. Yeah, I don't see him getting a touch on that. That's Bruno Fernandes' goal. But without Ronaldo being there and challenging for that, it's probably saved. Well, it is comfortably saved by Rochet. He just catches it. So even him challenging for that forces the goalkeeper just to freeze for a half second, because now he has to anticipate that Ronaldo's going to head it, and it just nestles into that far corner.
Morella quickly forward, looking for Cavani. Boy, that was the look. Found the space on Pepe. Scored a goal very similar.
He had it.
In the meeting between the teams 4 years ago.
Watch his movement. Watch his movement. He's on the back shoulder of Pepe. Then he comes inside him, and he has him so beat that I think he can take that first touch across his body. He created a good yard of separation there, and opts for the higher degree of difficulty just to take that one out of the air on the full volley and just scuffs it across goal. That's a big missed opportunity right back the other end. Edinson Cavani.
Mark Gladmer, the rules analyst, making the point. Part of the semi-automated offside technology, and you saw that look. There is a chip in the ball. They can scientifically get a pretty good sense of whether Ronaldo did touch that and redirect it or not. Again, our stats monitor still has it as Ronaldo's goal. Here they come for more. William Carvalho. Wide for João Cancelo. One way or the other, it's Portugal clinching their spot in the next round. It's Uruguay, who are in a real tough spot. Into the knockout stage, each of the last 3 World Cups. They're going to have a lot of work to do in their finale Friday with Ghana as this stands. need to win. You probably need Portugal to beat South Korea to avoid getting in a dicey goal differential situation. That would be the simplest way to go about it.
It's been such a passive approach, though, from Uruguay. We wondered what it would look like playing with this back three for them, something they haven't done in a year and a half. The first time under a new coach, Diego Alonso, and it looks about as you would expect it to look. They've struggled on the counterattack. Here's Nunez. He's been the only bright spot for them.
Hold up, Pepe, Darwin Nunez on the deck.
Another nice save.
Second save of the game, Diego Costa. Fighting through. Valverde forced wide by Guerrero. Betancourt, best chance of the game for Uruguay tonight. That first half, one-on-one save. Betancourt once again has numbers up there. Montez will retreat it. Betancourt. Oliveira, nowhere to go. Once more from Betancourt. Oliveira, Nunez got slowed up there. Betancourt rolled across. Valverde wide for Varela. Sustained pressure for Uruguay. Can they create a chance out of it? Jimenez got the cross in.
Nope.
By making changes, but Luis Suarez not one of them just yet. History and Rascata preparing to come on. Less than 24 hours away now. The United States against Iran. Must-win territory for the U.S. as Betancourt wins that ball away quickly. Nunez might have hooked up on his hand and did. Will be tomorrow here on Fox, 1 p.m. Eastern, 10 a.m. Pacific. For the United States against Iran, the U.S. must win to advance. If they lose or draw, their World Cup is done. Casino as his night ends after about a half hour. Looks like Diego Godin as well. Rascata making his debut at this World Cup. History started their opening match.
And that is a young-looking face. Yes, he's 20 years old. Into the game, but these are two more attacking players now, and I would imagine also a change in shape you're going to see for Uruguay. It's already like more of a 4-4-2. Yeah, Arrascaeta is going to come on this near left-hand side. Leastry on that far right, and they're going to play more. Here comes Valverde. Oh, boy.
Got to it. It's still in play.
Wow.
Pepe needs a second attempt to get it clear. Rascata there. Behind the play was Betancourt and a big shout, but no foul. Betancourt showing for it. Flips it up towards Pelistri. Guerrero's header comes back in the middle of the field. Rascata heading along. Pepe was alert to send it away.
This becomes the part of the game now. Here's the clearance. And Valverde had come all the way up. Big frame. Gets that right leg extended and gets a touch on it. And at that point, Diego Costa's just praying and hoping that that one deflected away, which it did to this near sideline. But getting back to the point of, this is the point of the game we've seen coaches really change the game through subs. So I'm interested in the next couple of minutes how it looks.
João Felix gets it away. Rafael Guerrero crossing in towards Ronaldo. Popped in the air. João Felix flying Stewart trying to reset for Cavallo.
Wow.
Dumbing that to himself. Roll down the line behind Nunez. Trying to get back to it on Pepe. And it's just playing safe and out by Ruben Diaz.
Well, the goal has really ramped up the intensity of this game now. Uruguay pushing, desperation. He's going to be onside at the end of this one. Cristiano Ronaldo pops in a dangerous area. Felix trying to get a touch on it as well. Ends up coming off the calf there and cleared.
And to circle back one final time, it has now been changed officially on the monitor in front of us. Bruno Fernandes getting the goal in the 54th minute. First career goal for him in his second World Cup. 12th of his international career. Oh, he goes. Pelistri. Gonna bring it down.
What's up, Paul?
Darwin Nunez. A bit of a stumble, able to keep it. Pelistri has it again. Cavani making the big run. Pelistri running in at Guerrero to the byline. The cross in. Late header. And
oh.
by Neves as Oliveira snuck in on the backside.
What a difference having a player like Pelistri on that right side and Diaz Gaeta here on this left-hand side. Guys 1v1 positive with some possession finally. Uruguay and some width because they were getting their fullbacks pinned so deep they weren't able to have any type of presence and create an advantage in the wide areas in the attacking part of the field. All of a sudden now you've got two guys that are willing to take on players and forcing Portugal to defend a little bit. They're going to end up getting this one wide again. Here they come.
It worked by Quantes to start this. Pelistri has it now, running at Guerrero, and he just runs out of room with the extra touch.
It's an area of concern, though, for Portugal, because if you're 1v1 all the time, Pelistri's getting Guerrero caught flat-footed. He was beat. It just ends up being a heavy touch that goes out. This was the other one. He beats him again. This was the first time, stands it up to the back post. Oliveira comes inside, beats his man. And then Neves is able just to clear that one without any type of pressure on the backside from Cavani. But that's been a good
65-minute mark.
Couple of minutes here from Uruguay.
Who are not playing for their lives, but they might as well be, because again, it would take things really going their way, not least of which beating Ghana was shown to be a very resilient team. They made Portugal work in that 3-2 defeat. North Korea made them work, but Ghana got the 3-2 win earlier today. Uruguay's final opponent. They need to win that one and make sure the result of the other game goes well enough for them to leapfrog up into the knockout stage. Pepe comes sideways. Guerrero was alert to it. Benker, Arrascaeta out jump by João Cancelo. Second ball well won by Valverde. Pelistri able to control. Benker in between Arrascaeta and Nunez. Ronaldo's flick. Bruno Fernandes, game-winning goal scorer as it stands. Great turn, Bernardo Silva tried to return it. Last time Portugal won their first two games at a World Cup was the last time they reached the semifinal. That was 2006. Last time Uruguay were winless in their first two was the last time they went out of the group stage. That was 2002. It's long. It's too long.
Way too long.
Fernandes for João Felix, and
frustration from his coach. Because there's going to be moments now where the game is going to open up for Portugal on the attacking part of the field. If they can play quick in transition when Uruguay are pouring numbers into the attack, pushing forward a little bit, but it's about decision-making at that point, and there's going to be room to run. I wouldn't be surprised to see some
Yeah, you would think.
going the other way.
Okay, Jesse.
You don't want to let the level
Thank you.
drop as well in your pressure on the ball.
Yeah, bigger goals, you would think, right?
It's set to come on as he came off the bench to score in his World Cup debut on Thursday. Ruben Neves, who took a hard knock earlier in this half. His night is done. Neves also playing on a yellow card for that matter. Can make 3 more subs, but only 1 more window. Cavani returns it to us. It's a great first touch on Pepe. Cavani trying to reset, cleared away under pressure by Ruben Diaz.
That layout at the top of the screen, just on the field.
Bruno Fernandes, inside for Ronaldo, trying to sweep it along. He was held onside. Rafael Leao, first touch since coming on. Rafael Leao draws it in, weaves it around, resets it backwards. Bruno Fernandes was screaming for it, top of the box there. In the end, he just loses it, and now Uruguay running the other way. Carvalho trying to stop the attack, as was João Cancelo. Pepe knows how to stop an attack, and it was a clean tackle as well on Darwin Nunez. And here
hey, Krager.
Direction. Cristiano Ronaldo. Into the area goes down.
He's letting him play.
Just let him go. Right.
Samuel B, what's up, buddy?
You know, this game needs is some Luis Suarez, and he's about to come on. Arrascaeta returns it inside Pellistri. Arrascaeta, no one in the middle, but João Cancelo headed back in there. Cavani was in the area, cleared away.
Oh boy, this game has ramped it up, hasn't it, John?
This game's gotten frantic in the last minute and a half. 70-minute mark.
He was consistent in 3 straight calls on both ends. First the one on Leao, then at the other end on Nunez, and finally on Ronaldo, and it's allowed this game to open up, which isn't what Portugal want at this point.
Side out. Our good friend Samuel B does a great job on his channel, focusing on Toronto hockey. Also does Toronto Blue Jays, everything hockey. Does juniors. We'll do all-stars, all kind of stuff. Olympics and all, I'm sure. Check out our friend Samuel B.
Rafael Guerrero has not been able to handle 1v1 Pellistri, so they're continuing to go back to that well. And they're working, they're getting good angles, they're getting crossed in the box, just not picking out a white shirt. Suarez is going to be another number in that box, and his movement is very good.
He is able to turn 1v4, crowded off it. Good defensive work there by Bernardo Silva, that he gives it away, and then it's miscontrolled out by Oliveira. Darwin Nunez is the player taken off.
Making a substitution again.
Cavani's going to be the other. I don't think the Uruguay fans are thrilled about that.
Well, I'm wondering if that was the wrong number put up. Looks like they're changing it.
That's the one they already did, 11 for 9.
Oh, it is Cavani, wow. He seemed pretty stunned. So 2 changes through the middle for Diego Alonso. Both of his strikers off. And the lifeless striker, he didn't produce, he didn't score. Going for some fresh legs and some fresh energy and a colorful character.
So you go from number 2 in the all-time goal scoring list to number 1. Cavani forgot to give his captain's armband to anyone. And Luis Suarez is on the field, 68 career goals. Maxi Gomez as well, the age of 26.
All right, here we go, back in. Probably lost a minute there.
He's had a pretty quiet season this fall playing in Turkey. But they're trying to find a way through Uruguay. Rafael Leao was trying to find where that ball was in the air. That was his first touch.
Well, Suarez didn't even try to track that one down, but he said, go on, kid, you go chase him down.
Oliveira, now with Bruno Fernandes there.
What's up? I know my rights. Hello.
And a long run. That's a throw out of it.
Last game of the day. We got 2 more every day this week. Tuesday through Friday. 2 games. Both at 11 and 2 each day. Tomorrow will be the USA versus Iran.
France and Brazil is having done so. Uruguay, as it stands, are going to be really up against it in their finale to try to avoid going out of the group stage. Celeste couldn't split it through. Going to fall the end for Gomez. Forced backwards. Valverde resets. Celeste, Gomez!
Oh, at the post!
That ball was cooking.
Suarez chopped down. At least he thought he was. No foul. Ronaldo the flick for Bruno Fernandes.
They're letting them play a little bit today.
So Uruguay have now 3 times in 2 games hit the post. Still yet to find the back of the net, and it's Bernardo Silva on the run. Ronaldo making the big run in the middle. Bernardo Silva's cross blocked, and last foul for him.
I've been so impressed in Celeste off the bench. What a different dynamic element he's providing to this Uruguayan team. Just his ability to take the ball between the lines, laid this one off, and Gomez, he thinks he scored. Look at him. He's running away. He's starting to celebrate, and then it comes off the wrong side of the post where it bounces away. To take that first time, too, great contact, stayed over the top of it, wrapped his foot around the side of it, and he had Costa completely beat there.
Bruno Fernandes, his cross meant for Cristiano Ronaldo that bounced in on its own. That's the difference right now as Portugal set to clinch their spot in the next round in front of just less than 89,000 fans. They just announced the attendance here at Lusail Iconic Stadium.
89,000 fans right now.
Final as well. Just less than 3 weeks' time, as that one's too far for Oliveira. Diego Alonso. To remember, he took over this job less than a year ago. They were a mess in qualifying. They were on the outside looking in with 4 games to go. They've only lost once in 10 games with him as the coach. That's going to be a Joao Felix yellow card as Suarez went down, and Uruguay get a free kick.
Free kick coming.
Uruguay not on fire this year. They've looked terrific, getting things back on track. Under Diego Alonso, the former Inter Miami head coach in MLS, can they find a way back in this game?
This is another situation, John, where you're going to watch him try to bend this towards the back post. You treat it like a shot. You have guys crashing in front of the net, hope for any type of flick or deflection. If not, it goes in the back post.
Hugo Costa with 2 saves already. That one-on-one stop on Betancourt was the best, and just had one rattle off his left post. Busquets looking right in there. It's loose. It's the outside netting. Luis Suarez there.
Just missed again to the left of the netting.
It ends up coming low and hard, but it's that type of trajectory, and it then settles on a deflection right at the feet of the man. In this situation, you would want it to. Luis Suarez, he just can't turn his body enough to shape the strike on goal. He's trying to go for that near post. Does so well just to cushion that down, and takes it just a half second too early to where he just can't fully turn his body and get it on frame. Wow, what a good look.
Give Uruguay credit. They're out shooting Portugal 5-2 in this second half. And the goal against came. Wasn't meant to be a shot. They've been pushing the game ever since. Valverde on the run. Numbers flying forward. Diar's Cayeta into the middle. It's loose.
Oh my Lord! Ball was loose after the deflection, and they couldn't put it in. So many chances for Uruguay.
What a great ball, Valverde. My goodness, his running. You see this week in, week out at Real Madrid, and just drives the team forward, so powerful, and then the vision. Even just on that second look, I'm wondering if he's trying to square that back across instead of shooting with more of a block.
Wow.
He looked, and just mis-executed there. Caught in two minds. Do you go for goal? Do you not?
Bruno Fernandes. Well, Felix.
Portugal on the ropes a little bit. They've got to keep some of that possession to slow down some of that momentum from Uruguay.
They could be dragged right back into the chaos for the final match day. Rafael is pressured off the ball. Some of these Portuguese players aren't exactly sprinting to get back, and the cavalry will come over the hill right now. They're going to use their final window for their final 3 substitutions, Portugal. Rascata and Guerrero, who blocked the back heel as Varela was flying up the outside.
Look, the scenario of the game has changed, but watching Uruguay in this 4-4-2 versus the back 3 that was completely ineffective makes you wonder why they didn't go with that from the start, because that's what they know best.
Varela around the outside. That's sent away by Ruben Diaz. Mystery couldn't hold it in. Rafael couldn't get all the way out. Varela misplaced the pass. Carvalho was there. Is one. He played the other night. Saw Ramos. Saw him in the opener. Carlos Nunes will make his World Cup debut. Those are the 3 subs in the wings for Portugal. Uruguay win it back. Varela wide, his cross in.
Oh!
Making a late run. Joe Cancelo, they're arguing that that was a foul because he got bulldozed there, but it is out for a corner.
And what a terrific defensive header. Down the right again. For Uruguay, great ball comes in from Varela, beats the first man in Diaz, and that's just pure positioning there from the fullback. Keeps his body open, attacks it, doesn't wait for it and allow Luis Suarez to get in front of him. It clears it away, but it's going to be a corner.
They're going to hold the subs on the defensive corner, and it comes, sent away by Bruno Fernandes. Inside of 10 minutes to go in Lusail, just north of Doha. And here come the changes. João Felix.
Here come all the substitutions.
Cristiano Ronaldo, up for a while. He had goal 119 of his international career. It wasn't meant to be. William Carvalho, the other, who will be withdrawn.
This was the goal. What a great ball in from Bruno Fernandes. Ronaldo goes up, attacks it. A little slow-mo to show you that he didn't get a touch on it. He claimed it. Eventually, it was given to Bruno Fernandes, but he was a handful in the box. Constantly working, constantly asking for the ball, challenging for balls, hold-up play. Didn't get a goal on the night. Ultimately makes way now for some fresh legs in the attacking part of the field.
Kretza picking the pocket of Guerrero. The cross sent away by Pepe. They did count that as a shot on goal that Diarskieta run in that was pushed away by Diego Costa. So 3 saves for him tonight. The goalkeeper for Portugal, just his 9th international appearance in the
82-minute mark, 82.
Oliveira was sent flying by Bernardo Silva, who has it back. Rafael Leao holds off one, leaves past another. Rafael Leao. And
no.
It missed by a ton, but it missed by enough. Minutes and change for Uruguay to rescue a point. They would still have to beat Ghana. They wouldn't need to worry about the other result. If they lose this one, they have to win, and they have to at least be mindful of the other result in a potential goal differential tie-breaking scenario if they want to go through. Portugal, as it stands, have clinched a spot in the next round. Cancelo. Portugal grab a second. Themselves some breathing space here under a lot of pressure since that 54th minute goal. Fernandes just turns it inside, trying to play the angle in. Almost kept his feet.
Portugal's still attacking, which I love.
Silva once again. Worked away eventually with Valverde, who tracked back. Silva came off his back. Suarez plays it into space. Celeste to speed, but he missed time to jump. A little chop back there by Guerrero to keep it. Nunes spins his way inside, ends up giving it away. Alenia crashing through. It's fouled. Vina will be the final substitution for Uruguay in a moment. Are you staying home from work tomorrow? Are you taking the kids to school?
Nice tackle.
Pacific, 1 p.m. Eastern tomorrow. Man alive, that's going to be something. And here comes the final change, just to swap at left back. Rivera is replaced. Matias Vina. We're running out of time.
You already told me your son's skipping school. Huh?
He is.
Am I getting in trouble with his teachers now?
We are keeping the boy at home. His teacher can yell at me if she wants. Into the middle. Valverde tees it up, and that's into the stands.
Getting late here, getting late for Uruguay.
This is not how they thought it was.
They lose, they're out.
Went down. Had that wonderful opportunity, 32nd minute. Wiggled his way through 3 Portuguese defenders. Costa came flying out to make the block, one of 3 saves he's made tonight. Well, Luis Suarez was actually in between defenders there. He wanted that cross to come in. The Lister held on to it. This is Vina just come on the field. Salo steps in to poke it away. Pepe gets rid of it. Near the start of the age of 39 because of injury. More than anything else, is just trying to prevent Uruguay from getting the ball back and play quickly. For Vina.
Oh.
This was blocked by João Cancelo. It's not going to get out. Fernandez had to play it. Flipped along. Bernardo Silva. It's Gonzalo Ramos on the run. It's his 3rd ever international appearance at the age of 21. Able to get his team upfield. Bruno Fernandez already has 1 goal. He was trying to make his way through. He's shouting for a handball. We play on, and that shot was blocked from Bernardo Silva.
Wow.
Alenia resets. And Portugal, classic clock killing out for a corner.
Well, he went for the nutmeg on Jimenez, and boy, it does hit his hand, doesn't it, as it goes through there.
Even Diaz showing a yellow card for arguing. remember, you just had the one quick look at it, but give us your thought.
Yeah, the ball definitely hits the arm, but what he's trying to do is he's using that arm to go to the ground for balance, and that's why the ball hits the hand. So that's why the referee would have played on, because when you're using your arm down on the ground to keep your balance, it would very well give it as a penalty.
They get a corner out of it, and they're wasting a lot of time. Right now, what they're trying to do is stall in hope that our video assistant referee, Abdullah Al-Nari of Qatar, is going to give them a penalty, and they are checking. All right, well, this is interesting.
So look at it, yeah. Yes, Mark, I'm interested here because, well, I know he's using it for balance there, essentially, but is he not blocking a clear goal-scoring opportunity there? I mean, Bruno Fernandes is clearly in behind.
Yeah,
and that, he would have been one-on-one with the keeper.
What he's trying to do is he's falling backwards. He's trying to block the ball with his foot. It's gone through his legs. The arm is in behind, and as the arm is going down to the ground, the hand touches the arm. But very rare now. The referee, when he goes to the monitor, will change his decision.
Well, that was quick to the monitor.
A penalty to be given. I don't agree with it, but I'm sure that the referee will change his mind, because I've never seen when they've gone to the on-field monitor to accept to change the decision.
And that's exactly what happens. Alireza Fagani gives the penalty. And no Ronaldo to take it.
Yeah. He'd love to get subbed back in to take it.
What he's doing is he's standing over the top of the penalty spot in an attempt to prevent a Uruguayan player, I think, from stomping on it and sort of roughing it up. It's exactly what they're protecting the spot. What's the point of scuffing up the penalty spot?
Well, you're trying to scuff it up so that around where a guy's going to put his plant foot, that he slips. And you just try to soften up that grass there. That's there's a word for that I can't use on air, but gamesmanship is on the darker arts. let's say
gamesmanship,
that.
darker arts.
Yeah.
Penalty takers 3 out of 5 overall in this World Cup. They put up 9.
All right, here comes the penalty. If they get this, I'm going to rewind it and pull it.
It might be academic unless Sergio Rochet can come up with a save. And Bruno Fernandes, it was his goal, an attempted cross for Ronaldo. It separates the teams right now. This is somewhat more of a deliberate attempt.
He's a penalty taker, typically waits for the goalkeeper to move and then tries to play it the other way.
Here comes the penalty kick.
He had 2 assists in their opening win. Can he have 2 goals tonight for Portugal? Yes!
Goal! 2-1. I'm going to go get this and record it. Wow.
Bruno Fernandes, it was his goal, an attempted cross for Ronaldo. It separates the teams right now. This is somewhat more of a deliberate attempt.
He's a penalty taker, typically waits for the goalkeeper to move and then tries to play it the other way.
He had 2 assists in their opening win. Can he have 2 goals tonight for Portugal? Yes!
because Bruno Fernandes, who now has 2 goals on the night, and he just stutters.
Wow. Fast forward it back up here to get caught up. 2-0. 2-0.
Celebration just before Bruno Fernandes goes into that knee slide, he puts his hands over his ears. That's sort of his trademark goal celebration. He told an interview a couple of years ago that's in honor of his daughter. When she was an infant, and Bruno and his wife would talk to her, she would cover her ears theatrically, as children sometimes do. And that has become his trademark goal celebration in honor of her. And it is Portugal right now who have clinched their spot in the next round with a game still to go and a couple of injury concerns for them and a couple of yellow card concerns for them, so they can rest bodies against South Korea on Friday.
Unbelievable. Now I got to go back and get that. It didn't get it. For some reason it went all black.
They're going to need a win. They would love for Portugal to do them a favor by beating South Korea or at least getting a draw out of that one. No win over Ghana in that case would send them through. South Korea win over a maybe rotated, maybe not quite fully into it Portugal. Then it would come down to goal differential, which might get worse. Well, run by Rafael Guerrero, couldn't get all the way through. That'll be down south at El Janoub, Uruguay and Ghana on Friday. Luis Suarez over the top. Maxi Gomez, that's great control on Pepe. Back in for Suarez, too far in front of him. Mateus Nunes. Jimenez, it was his handball that led to the penalty, sent flying behind him. And the Olays will come out.
Marker says he wasn't expecting it. Yeah, me neither. The 95-minute mark, they're just about done. Let me go get that again.
Didn't take it.
I got to get that real quick. Fast forward back up. That was crazy.
It was his goal. An attempted cross.
Pause for a second. Turn that off. Turn that up. I don't know what happened with that video.
Ronaldo. It separates the teams right now. This is somewhat more of a deliberate attempt.
He's a penalty taker, typically waits for the goalkeeper to move and then tries to play it the other way.
He had 2 assists in their opening win. Can he have 2 goals tonight for Portugal? Yes!
Hold up, I just saw something. I just saw something that I missed before. There's a Uruguay fan flipping them off. There. I got that. I'm going to put that out a short later. There's a Uruguay fan flipping off the players. That's incredible. 97. We got plus 9 minutes. Plus 9. Oh, let's bring it back up. Just when you think you've seen everything, you get that.
All right, give us your thoughts. U.S. Iran, little teaser trailer. We're at the U.S. team hotel earlier today. Met with Greg Berhalter. We know the stakes. There's no good way to say it. There's a lot flying around this game right now. All over the place. That one just does stay in play. We're trying to talk U.S. Iran. There's a hat trick. No, it's off the post. Bruno Fernandes coming close again.
And still wants it. I mean, look at the passion and just the competitive drive there for a guy that's pushing, constantly wanting to be on the score sheet. Gets good contact, comes back to that near post, and just a kiss it out for a corner. I'm excited for this U.S.-Iran game. It's going to be a tricky game for them. Iran only need a draw. U.S. have to win. I expect them to have a lot of the ball, a lot of possession, defending against a deep Iranian team that will be playing very back, looking to play on counterattacks. The U.S., look, they got to get some production up front. They got one goal in the tournament. It was the goal from Tim Weah. That came in transition. But can they create chances? Can they get good movement in the box from the striker? Who's that striker going to be? We've seen Josh Sargent. We've seen Haji Wright. Is this Jesus Ferreira's time to shine?
I get it, Marco. I just witnessed it firsthand.
For this young group that have performed very well in this tournament so far, outside of a 30-minute spell against Wales, and I'm excited to see what they can do. I think they can get it done.
Very similar to 2010. I know we remember 2010 fondly. 90 minutes, 46 seconds, Landon Donovan. That was brutal for the rest of us. I don't know what it's like for you guys. It was awful to watch.
The payoff was great.
The end part was
90 minutes before wasn't.
Please don't do that again, guys. Let's make this boring tomorrow. It's going to be fun. Live right here on Fox. One of the questions we asked Greg Berhalter, does this game tomorrow ultimately end up defining all the last 4 years of hard work? We'll tell you that answer tomorrow. But that's the question. As we play 100 minutes here tonight, Portugal are joining France and Brazil in the knockout round here in Qatar. Bruno Fernandes, 2 assists opening day, 2 goals tonight.
That's it right there. We got the final. Congratulations, Uruguay.
On Friday, Cristiano Ronaldo, a wisp of hair away from adding to his international goal-scoring record. As we send you back to Rob Stone, back in the Coronation Doha, it finishes up here in Lusail. Portugal 2, Uruguay 0.
All right, that'll do it for us. Thank you, everybody. Another good day here on the channel. We appreciate you. We'll see you real soon, everybody.